When is the next Mass Effect video coming out? Right now, actually. It's March. Not a lot of stuff happening. There's no new news for Mass Effect so far. There's just a bunch of top 10 lists and people discussing their love for the games, but there is no new news. Not sure what there is even to talk about when it comes to Mass Effect Legendary Edition, because it's basically just a remaster, so they're not really introducing something new. Maybe some things though. I have a plan for a future video of what they might add to the Legendary Edition that I don't necessarily is gonna happen, but it would be cool if they did. Be sure to be on the lookout for that video. But today, I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that I'm still making videos about Mass Effect. But as I said, there's nothing new to talk about. There's no news. There's nothing about Mass Effect 4. Not 5. God damn it, all you gaming magazines. It's not Mass Effect 5. It's Mass Effect 4. In my opinion, of course. But I just think that we should get used to the fact that it's known as Mass Effect 4. As most fans that I've spoken to sees it as Mass Effect 4 and not 5. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So what do we got today? Well, I found a funny article. Maybe not so funny. Well, it is pretty funny, at least to me, maybe. And since I'm on a content drought, I was like, let's look up things that other people have made and then make a video about that. Original. And so here I was, scrolling through, and I found this little piece. Mass Effect, 10 reasons Liara is the best companion in the trilogy. Wow. Let's take a look and see what they say, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna have their panties in a twist about this one. Me, myself, I am a Liara lover, so you all know that by now. Liara to Sony is many things. Intelligent, intuitive, curious, and well-informed, but these 10 reasons are what makes her Shepard's best companion. There's some sexy pictures of her. Alright, nice. She's a nuanced, developed alien character whose identity does not define her. For many players, Liara was a breath of fresh air when she first appeared on screen, and her character has blossomed into a life of its own ever since. Liara appeared during the 2020 Game Awards in the teaser trailer for Mass Effect's latest installment. BioWare was right to bring her back into the limelight, as many fans consider her to be Shepard's best companion for these reasons and more. Okay, 10 out of 10. Let's see how many I agree with. Liara sees massive character growth. Could be argued that Liara changes as a person more fundamentally than any other character in the series. When Shepard first meets Liara, she was a young scientist who had seldom spent time around alien species. Asari can be quite introverted or aloof, but Liara was quiet even by their standards. By the time the third game rolls around, Liara is a powerful woman in her own right, as an information broker, unbeatable biotic user, and experienced researcher. That bit about her being a woman could be debatable, however, as they're an all-female species. And you know, they can make babies with other females, so I'm not sure if that's female or if that's just Asari. And I mean, well, yeah, she does grow as a character, but so does every other squad mate in my opinion. I still see it as, you know, everybody else kind of grows and becomes better, or they grow on you as people. Sort of like Garrus. Garrus is awesome, he grows, he becomes, well, a better version of Garrus. Romance story spans 3 games. Liara's romance is beloved by Mass Effect fans. Many of them argue that it's BioWare's best romance ever. It engages the player even more deeply in Liara's character arc over the series. Shepard gets the sense that they are truly a part of her blossoming mind and gets to share their favorite parts of the universe with her. You see, I'm not sure if I remember this correctly, but weren't a lot of people pissed that she was pushed a lot? Like a lot. They sort of made Liara the second main character in some parts. I know, I'm just saying. I don't think that, well, many of them, yes, some argue that she's the best romance ever. In my opinion, she is, yes, but not to everybody's. You know, Tali is freaking popular. I'd rather say that Tali is even more popular than Liara. Blue Booty is the best for me, but what's best for me is not always best for you. And from what I've seen, hi there, Yoda. Not now. Tally is actually the most popular one. At least if you look at the female romances. We all know that Garrus is the top choice for every femshep. Both characters have their own missions to accomplish, but neither will abandon the other in order to achieve it. Instead, they hold one another up as any healthy couple in love should strive to do. Okay. She saved Shepard with an E. Without Liara, the epic Mass Effect trilogy ends after game number 1. Mass Effect 2 begins with Shepard's abrupt and violent death. The player is left wondering where BioWare is possibly going with this. Thankfully, they slowly learned that a private human rights organization named Cerberus has used their abundance of resources to bring Shepard back from the dead, mostly in one piece, but it wouldn't have been possible if Liara hadn't retrieved the body for them. She wrestled it away from the Shadow Broker and the Collectors. Yeah, that's true, but she wasn't the one who actually resurrected Shepard with an E. That was Miranda. No, I'm just saying. Liara is a biotic badass. She is. But so is this girl right here. Arguably even as powerful. Biotic's users are Mass Effect's answers to mages in most fantasy worlds. These people can generate Mass Effect fields to knock enemies over, lift them into the air, generate gravitational fields, which whip the battlefield into a frenzy. They can even create powerful protective barriers. All Asari are born with the ability to use biotics, and training them to use their abilities is part of their basic education. Liara, then, has been honing her talents since she was a child and has had 100 years to practice since then. Yeah, when she joins Shepard's crew, she's already a formidable foe. Did we also mention that her mother is an Asari matriarch? Yeah. While this adds to her companion story, it also means that she is immensely powerful. Yes, she is just powerful by birth, basically. And she is really strong as a squad mate. They're not wrong about that, she is a biotic badass. But so are many of the other squad mates, especially Miranda. And then we have Samara. She's in every game that we know. In Mass Effect, Liara is one of the Shepard's first companions. During Mass Effect 2, Shepard's team include mostly new faces, and Liara doesn't join the player, but she, like many other companions from the first game, is available to meet and talk to inside missions. By the time of Mass Effect 3, Liara has rejoined the squad. This is true of more characters than just Liara, exactly, but she is special because she is also featured in Mass Effect Andromeda. She is, kind of.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work.
Over the course of the game, the player will find voice messages from Liara sent to Alec Ryder. Based on the newest trailer, it even seems likely that she will be featured heavily in the next installment too. The probability of that happening is, I think it's somewhere around like 99.9% chance that Liara is gonna be like the second main character again. I also think she will return. She is the Galactic Information Broker. Right, yes, she is. Part of Liara's character growth over the course of the trilogy relates to her job as an information broker. When Shepard reconnects with her in Mass Effect 2, she is an unrecognizable woman. The DLC, The Shadow Broker, while lauded as one of the best DLCs of all time, also establishes a big movement forward for her character. Was it ever described as one of the best DLCs of all time? It probably was. We'll have to see when Legendary comes out again, and I'll have to compare, because I haven't played these games in a long time. Like Dragon Age's Liliana, Liara became something of a clandestine puppet master while the player's back was turned. Of course, her information comes in handy throughout the next 2 games, but did it come at a cost? Not at Liara's sake, I think. You basically helped her steamroll over that big dude, and then, well, she's the most powerful woman in the galaxy. So I'm not sure, like, if it comes at a cost, other than her being maybe a little cold at sometimes. Do you know she's gorgeous? Yes, I know. She's fucking beautiful, man. Liara is an Asari, and her species bears a few unusual characteristics. According to Asari sources in-game, they look a little different depending on the species that's looking at them. Humans see a blue humans, Turians see a blue Turian, and so forth. That's because they want to be able to attract a mate of any race. This allows them to diversify their species gene pool. Right. Supposedly, the other species' DNA manifests in an Asari's personality or physical traits. Liara, however, is a child of 2 Asari, which is something somewhat taboo in Asari culture. But fan artists have run with the chance to portray this gorgeous alien woman. As with the bioengineered Miranda, being genetically guaranteed to be beautiful does feel a little like cheating. Well, yeah. It is a little bit like cheating. She's also got that adorkable thing. Come on, gamer.com or thegamer.com. Adorkable. Do we even use that word? Come on now. What did they mean by that? Liara has been a scientific researcher for 50 years by the time that Shepard meets her in the first Mass Effect game. Her field of expertise is Prothean technology and culture with a specialization in Prothean extension. As the game progresses, one thing remains the same. Liara is a huge nerd. Oh, that's what they mean with adorkable. Oh my god, it's dork in adorkable. A dork in adorable. Jesus Christ, how did I miss that? Alright, she's a huge nerd, yes, nerd boner. Whoop. It's pretty heartbreaking to watch the Prothean companion Javik burst her bubble about what the Protheans were actually like. Yeah, because most of them were pieces of shits. Little details like this true human-like love of research and fascination with a foreign culture set Liara apart from her other supporting characters like Edie. Right. She, unlike most romance options, is bisexual. Yes, she actually is. When Mass Effect first released, it broke some serious walls down by including not only gay romance options, but bisexual romance options as well. Unfortunately, a plan for the popular character Jack to be pansexual got scrapped, which I covered. But Liara sticks out as one of the few and the first bisexual romance option for players. Like many Asari, Liara is bisexual. She could even have children with a woman if she wanted to. That's what I said. The Asari don't think about gender in the same way that humans do, a necessity when the entire species presents as female. This nuanced shades of grey attitude towards sex, banging,
We're bang, okay?
and gender was welcomed with open arms by many. It indeed was, because I still romanced Liara when I played as a femshep. Sorry, I have some stuff on my mouse mat. She'll make sure Shepard lives forever. Shepard with an E. Shepard. Towards the end of Mass Effect 3, Liara reveals that she's been working on a special project. It's a time capsule for the scenario in which the Reapers disintegrate organic life. It includes information about the Reapers, plans for the Crucible, and more. In it, Shepard's story is preserved for the next generations. She even asks how Shepard would like to be remembered, and the player can tell Liara to fuck off. Just kidding. That she should be honest, that she should show how inspiring the commander was, or that she should decide for herself. Right. She makes the memory of Shepard immortal. Which is kind of interesting. Now that I think about it, will this be the way we see Shepard in Mass Effect 4? Not 5, Mass Effect 4. Could it be that if we are gonna return to Shepard and see Shepard again, will it just be the time capsule that Liara left behind? I wonder. Because a lot of us are probably expecting Shepard to come back in some shape or form. The least they could do would be the time capsule. It would be kind of underwhelming. Anyway, we're here to talk about Liara, and I agree with most of these points, except the fact that Shepard is not spelled with and she's in every game, which other characters are too, like Tali and Garrus and Rex. Potentially, because they can die. So with some technicality, yes, she is in every game because she can't die. You can't lose Liara. Thank God for that. But I don't really agree that she is the absolute most popular character in the game. They never said that even, but they said something along those lines. Or that she was the most popular romance option. I still feel that maybe, yes, in overall, between male shep and fem shep, maybe she was the overall romanceable. But if you go like from a straight shooter, like a straight male Shepard, he's gonna go for Tali most of the time. Or most players at least are gonna go for Tali. Femshep is gonna go for Garrus. But in overall, yes, that is possible. That Liara could be the top romanceable character overall. Well, this was interesting. Thank you for watching. I will hopefully release the next video this week. I'm still working on it, as I said before. And I can't really say what it is about because I like surprising people. So let's just keep it as is. I just wanted to do something interesting for today, you know, engage you guys. At least make sure you know that What do you want?